Matthew chapter 5, verse 5 is a verse that almost everyone is quite familiar with. It says, Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Who are the meek? This is, there's two elements to this that are very commonly misunderstood, and so I thought I would talk to you about it today. Number one, meek. Most people think, oh, someone who's meek is a bit of a weakling, very humble, shy, and perhaps easy to overpower. And this is not the accurate understanding. First of all, we can look at Numbers chapter 12, verse 3, which says, Now Moses was a very meek man, more meek than anyone else on the face of the earth. And, Moses was certainly no weakling by any stretch of the imagination. And also we can look at Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 3, which says, Seek Yahweh, all you meek of the land, you who do what he commands. Now, anyone who keeps Yahweh's ordinances and submits to him is no weakling. But aside from that, in Matthew 5:5, where it says the meek will inherit the earth, that word meek there is the word praos, and is used by the Greek referring to wild horses that have been tamed. And it speaks of strength and power being brought under control. And it's referring to a beast who is large enough to overpower its master. And you could compare that to us in the sense that with our free will, we don't have to obey Abba or the Master Yeshua at all. But the Greek term praos is referring to a beast who's large enough to overpower his master and not obey him, and yet is intelligent enough to control itself and not only obey its master, but this is referring to an animal that will obey only one voice, the voice of its master. If somebody else is standing there and gives the horse the same command that its master might give, the horse is going to ignore him because it's not the voice of his master. So, if you've been thinking that, the meek will inherit the earth, and that means that, these humble, weakling kind of people are going to inherit the earth, no. Erase that thought from your mind and replace it with, this is speaking about people who have free will, and yet they have enough intelligence and wisdom to obey only the voice of their master Yeshua, Jesus Christ. Now, and another point here is that the meek will inherit the earth. There's, some misunderstandings going on about that too. Number one, Elohim, that's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, owns this earth. Look at Psalm 24, verse 1. And secondly, I'd like to point out that those who obey the Master Yeshua become joint heirs with him in the earth. And there you can look at Romans chapter 8, verse 17, and also Ephesians 5:5. So, now that we have that out of the way, you have a better understanding of the word meek. I hope that helps. God bless.